But now it's time to move right along into the actual story of the day. Again, like I said, I recorded this entire thing, and OBS didn't record any of my goddamn audio, despite having my settings saved. It switched OBS to no motherfucking microphone and detected, and I didn't unplug my goddamn camera. Like, tech needs to stop with me like this. Like, even YouTube and BitChute wouldn't let me put titles on the clips earlier. Like, this is it's on purpose. You're throttling my internet. You're throttling shadow banning, and it's garbage. This needs to end. But anyway, we're talking about the U.S. market crash, so let's get right into this. America is headed for a market crash. Washington deserves the blame, and they really do. It is Washington's fault. Predicting economic booms and busts is often an exercise of futility. Back in the fall of 2019, when the U.S. economy was flying high, who could have foreseen the economic crisis? I mean, lots of people. Government lockdowns and fear caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. There are, however, several key indicators that we are reliably warned that reliably warned us when the economy is about to experience a large crisis, and one of the most important just flashed red for the first time in decades. I mean, the economy warning signs have been flashing red
Winning? No.
for decades up until Trump took place, since the 70s, really. According to the data from U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development (HUD), the median sales price for houses sold in the United States is the second quarter of 2021 was 374,900, the highest figure ever recorded, and a 4.51% increase compared to the final quarter of 2020. They're pricing all of us millennials out of the goddamn housing market. At the end of the second quarter of 2020, just 1 year ago, the median sales price was $322,600. This means the median sale price increased by a whopping $52,300 in only 12 months, a 16% increase. That is ridiculous. It's been higher though. According to HUD data, because this is the last time the housing prices increased by 16% or more in a single year was in 1987, 34 years ago. They're pricing people out of the market so these stupid groups like BlackRock and can come in and buy up all the goddamn properties for the Great Reset garbage. Because then you have to rent them, and they can charge whatever the goddamn amount they want because they own everything, and you need to have a roof over your head, and you can become a poor serf class again. I hope you have your taxes for sheriff of the Nottingham, because he's coming for him.
Friendly neighborhood
This
tax
doesn't always mean a
collector.
full-blown recession is right around the corner, but it does typically indicate that at the very least a correction is necessary. Considering the three other times in recent history when housing prices increased at rates similar to today's, the most important historical example is the 1973-74 crash. The period was marked by high inflation that touched almost every part of the U.S. economy, a problem America is once again facing. In 1973, median house prices increased by more than 16% over a 12-month period. From the start of 1973 to the end of 1974, the stock market plummeted by 46%. Unemployment soared, reaching 8.5% in the May of 1975. It's getting that way again.
Winning? No.
And I apologize. Since I'm frustrated, I have to record this again. I've been rushing through. I'll kind of slow down and try and make it as entertaining as possible, but it's news, and it's hard to do. A decade later, in the late 1987, the median sales price for houses sold had increased by more than 70% from the previous year. During the same period, the stock market experienced one of its largest crashes in history, dropping 22% in one day. Housing sales soon went a steep decline that didn't fully recover into the 1990s. This is all part of the goddamn reset. There's no way you're going to tell me, and everybody that's contributed to this should be arrested and trialed for intentionally causing harm to society. From the end of 2001 to the first quarter of 2007, housing prices rocketed upward, fueled in the large part by those Federal Reserve monetary prices, regulatory changes, and risky lending practices by financial institutions, all of which are still concerns today. From 2001 to the first quarter of 2007, the median house sales price increased by $86,300, a 50% gain. Housing prices then began to drop at an alarming rate, triggering one of the world's worst financial crises since the stock market crashes since the Great Depression. One might be tempted to think that today rapidly rising houses prices are simply going to bounce back from the coronavirus, but because of all the money we print, they never really fell down in the first place. I'm paraphrasing now because we're getting into it, and this is the end. This is all by design.
Winning? No.
If you make the housing prices too large for regular people to afford them, these fucking huge fucking conglomerate property companies can buy up the fucking price and then they can rent back to you. Thank you, fucking World Economic Forum and Davos Group for your great reset bullshit. Spurred by huge amounts of money printing, I'm gonna own nothing and be happy about it. I'm gonna own. You might succeed in making me own nothing, but I'm not gonna be happy about it. I'm not gonna comply, and you're gonna have to fucking kill me. And stimulus programs from the federal government, housing prices increased throughout 2020. They never experienced a large drop that could explain why we're seeing prices shoot up in 2021. The primary cause of rising house prices is not a mystery. Since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, the Federal Reserves and federal government have kept interest rates at rock bottom levels, creating trillions of new dollars and encouraged financial institutions to make riskier loans as a way to keep the economy afloat. The Fed and the national government had never been created this much money in such a short period. These policies have resulted in rampant economic distortions across a variety of important industries. These distortions have made homes and everyday goods and services more expensive than ever. The hyperinflation is crazy. There were places where gas was over $5. And now it's still over $3 and $4 in some places. All thanks to these economic policies that contribute to the Great Reset that were made against the actual science, when the science says that they're the most disastrous thing you can do. We're still doing these stupid things. This is all done on purpose, and all of the domestic people that are pushing this and that are contributing to this, they need to be arrested and trialed for treason and prosecuted at the highest level of our laws.
Winning?
Which is usually death by firing squad for that level of crime. And if they're foreigners, they need to be arrested and trialed for war crimes, and also punished by the highest decree of our laws, because that's how winning is done. And we need to restore freedom, and we need to end this bullshit. We need to end this whole transfer of wealth from the lower and middle class to the most wealthy motherfuckers in the world.
Winning? No.
So we can own nothing and be happy about it, but they can own everything and be happy about it. I'm not a serf. You're gonna have to kill me. I'm just saying.